Hello, Virgo. So we are going to see kind of what's going on with you guys right now. These are general. Take what works. What doesn't work just doesn't work. But let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, Virgo. So sorry if you hear the dog. He's making all these funny noises. Basically, what this reading is about, you have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Swords, you have the Two of Pentacles, and then the King of Swords. So I really feel like this is really kind of dealing with some type of work situation. It could be projects. It could even be, if it's not necessarily work for you, it could just be something that you're working on or having to deal with other people with. You know, I know, Jesse. I know. Sorry. He's huffy and puffy. He heard something. He was sleeping. He heard something, and now he's all upset. But I think there was a situations. He's so dramatic. Anyway, I think there was a situation that you had to either collaborate with somebody else or you were dealing with somebody else on something. And it almost kind of like, I don't want to say you felt like you were stuck. I wonder if somebody else was trying to take control of it or they were, I'm not saying they were bossing you around, but there was something with it that you felt almost like restricted to this. Maybe that something was going a certain kind of way that you might not have been the one that you might not have. If it was up to you, it wouldn't have gone that way, or decisions were made that you felt like you were kind of stuck with, whereas there was some type of almost like restriction with this, or feeling restricted. But I really feel like with the Two of Coins or the Two of Pentacles, there was when it was like a juggling situation. You might have been juggling a lot of things. You might have been dealing with a lot of personalities within this. But you also have the King of Swords here, which I don't want to say, I kind of feel like somebody almost had to like, somebody was more taking charge of this situation. Now, you might have also wound up being the one to be like, okay, this is getting a little bit too much. I need to step up. But, or you might have been dealing with somebody who felt that they were in control of this and then you were just trying to accommodate. But there was definitely something, you have a lot of personalities here, let's put it with this, with what's going on over here. There was something where you were working with somebody, maybe somebody was a little bit set in their ways regarding it. You were trying to juggle multiple aspects with it. You were trying to get it all done. But you felt like a little bit like there was like sometimes of restrictions with that. But some of you might have went into the King of Swords energy. If something was some kind of way, you might have kind of bossed up and been like, listen, okay, I got to take control of this because it's getting to be a little bit of a mess right now. So anyway, but your current energies, you have the Chariot and you have the Page of Pentacles, which you guys are moving forward. So this is really good. So I feel like with the Chariot, there might have been whatever the obstacles were with this, you are moving forward with it. You are handling the situation, you're kind of overcoming any problems that arise. And the Page of Pentacles, you know, the pages are the students of the deck, but I really like with certain kind of work aspects the pages because they are not, you know, they're not the adults. They're not so fixated in their ways. Like the King of Swords might be more fixated in the way he does something, but the pages are more open to learning things. So there might be some other situation or some information or something that you're doing where you're kind of seeking out more information or you're trying things in a different way, or you're looking at the aspect and trying to figure out how it makes the most sense. And what else do I want to say this? I feel like you're going through this, you're pushing through this, I should say, but not in such a set way. You're kind of like, I don't want to say rolling with the punches, but the pages, they kind of have to roll with the punches because they don't really know everything, you know? They might think they know everything, but they don't know everything. So they have to kind of like think on their feet a little bit and they have to go through the experience and then they kind of learn and they hone their skills through that. So I think there's a lot of this working through this problem or this situation. Now, what's coming in for you, you have the Nine of Wands reversed and the Four of Cups reversed. Now, I think some of you might be in the future kind of feeling a little, I'm not saying defeated, but I think you're worn out. I think you're really going to be worn out. Whatever this is, I think it's been a lot. And the Four of Cups reverse is almost like releasing the boredom. I think you might be so over this in a way that you're like, I'm not even bored about this. I'm just worn out from this. You know what I'm saying? So, but I definitely think this is good. I just think that a lot of work has been done, or you've overcome many obstacles. You've kind of like pushed this forward. And so you might be a little tired, but I think that it's helping you determine other aspects in your future. Like you might not be, I want to say like emotionally like unsatisfied. I don't think that's the way. I think I didn't even say that right. If there was any kind of emotional boredom or not being satisfied with a situation, I think this is actually releasing that. I think you're going to be deciding on certain things or being more decisive, but I think you might be a little bit worn out from this journey is what I should say. But I think emotionally this is actually going to be very good for you. So that's how I should say that. So your challenge regarding this, you have the King of Swords and you have the Queen of Pentacles. So here we have the King of Swords again. So now for some of you, this King of Swords character over here could be somebody you're dealing with, like a boss or somebody who's trying to taking control. So, and I don't think they're trying to take control in a nasty way. I just think that they might just be a little bit one of those type of people who are just, they're in control type of thing. So your challenge could be dealing with this person, you know? And the Queen of Pentacles, it would be indicating that your challenge is also to stay a little resourceful within this. Like to kind of, she's very able to take something and turn it into something else. She's very resourceful. She knows what she has and she's able to work with what she has. You know, she's very clever with that. And she balances the different aspects of her life very, very well. And because you have the Two of Pentacles here, so this indicates that there's some kind of juggling act, some kind of balance within all of this. So your challenge is definitely to either, you know, deal with this King of Swords character, you know, continue to deal with this person and be very resourceful while you're dealing with this. Or it could also be that you don't want to get, I don't say out of control. Like if this King of Swords represents you, you want to still be fair. You still want to be logical with it. You don't want to drop the ball is what I should say, if this person represents your energy. But I kind of feel like for a lot of you, this may be somebody else you're dealing with a little bit. Now, what's recommended for you is the Page of Cups, the King of Wands, and then the Page of Wands reversed. So I really feel what's recommended is for you to continue following whatever dream or desire or whatever this page, whatever like you want to get out of this situation, you know, pursue that. Definitely try to get what you want out of this situation. For some of you, you might be actually working on like almost like improving your resume, or it might be working on certain kind of work aspects where you're trying to make improvements, you know, maybe get a promotion or something. But keep that in mind and continue to remind yourself why you're doing this. Because I think when you get a little tired coming in, I think, like I said, I think this is actually going to be emotionally satisfying to you when it's all said and done. Because I think you're actually going to take a lot of pride in this, but I do think it's wearing you out a little bit. So, but you have to, within those moments, you need to remind yourself, like, you know, you dream big, you know, how can this experience translate into something better for you? So I think that's really what you just need to continue on. And then the King of Wands here is all about kind of taking that action, but I love the King of Wands. He is a person that actually gets other people to help him. He has a goal, but he's able to have other people help him because they believe in him. So I think you might have to take this little like activity role in a sense. Because if you have a dream or a goal that you're trying to create into reality, you might need to explain to other people like why it's going to be good, or try to have other people help you with it. Because that's like a really great energy, because then it's going to go a little bit quicker. But it's interesting because you have the Page of Wands reversed here. Now, the Page of Wands, he's my little ADD, ADHD kind of guy. He's my little attention deficit one. But in reverse, he's a little bit extra with the attention deficit. He's all over the place. But it's interesting that this is recommended, because I kind of feel like this is saying, don't be overly fixed in a certain way of doing something at all. Because with the King of Swords to me is a little bit more like, okay, this is the way this is going to be done, and this is the way it's going to be done, and there is no other way we're going to do this. But I feel like, because you have like the Page of Pentacles here, and this one is about, you know, looking into other ways as well, learning and everything. But I think this is saying that there may be, I don't want to say some crazy way of moving this forward, or there might be some crazy idea or action that you can take that will help you overcome whatever obstacles and kind of get this thing moving still. And you just might have to come at it in some kind of crazy way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really feel like with these two energies, this is saying just really, really be open to insanity almost. Like, don't discount or discredit some kind of crazy, insane idea that you might have that actually might work, you know? That's what I'm getting from this, especially with these two. And then this guy over here, I'm kind of getting like really be open to some ridiculousness, you know? Because the King of Wands, like, he's definitely open to like the ridiculousness as well. Like, if he thinks it's going to work, he's going to give it a try, you know? So I think you just have to be kind of a little bit flexible. Don't be so fixed. But I definitely think whatever this is, I think this is actually really exciting. I think it's a lot of hard work, but I'm actually really excited for this. But let's see what else the other cards have to say for you. You have 68, Wombat Spirit, be at home. So for some of you, you might need to be taking a little bit of a moment, because I definitely feel like this is definitely some kind of project going on for you, or something going on in, you know, work, you know, or whatever it is. It could be like the bingo club night or whatever, you know, something's going on. But I think there's like a lot of changes happening. I think there's a lot of things moving. There's a lot of decisions to be made. So you might need to just enjoy yourself here and there, you know, take some time. So, and then you have Fluorite, find peace within. And I definitely think, because there's a lot going on here, you don't want to burn yourself out, because I think you might be kind of burning yourself out, but you don't want to get to a place where you're like ineffective as well. Now you have Hand of Cards, taking a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. Now this one is really going with this King of Wands here, because this guy, he takes a chance. He definitely is going to take a chance. So, and he's not afraid to take chances. So there might be some kind of strategy that needs to go on, or some kind of, I really feel like outside the box kind of strategy, some kind of crazy way that could actually push some of this a little bit more, or that is required regarding the situation. So definitely don't be so fixed, you know, take that chance. And with options, I really feel like there might be multiple ways that something is going to get done, but I think it's going to be really outside the box. You have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I think you need to trust yourself. Trust that however this is going to transpire, it's the right way. And if it looks a little weird, trust that you're on the right path. Because I'm telling you, with the Page of Wands reversed here with this King of Wands, I just really feel like there's going to be something ridiculous is going to actually be required. And you might just have to be like, okay, you know what? I don't really know how this is going to work, but my coworkers, whoever, we all believe that this could be the answer and the solution. We're just going to give it a go. And hopefully we all survive at the end, you know? But I definitely think there needs to be some type of like trusting yourself and just trusting the process almost. So, okay, you have breakthrough. For a star to be born, it must first collapse. This is not your destruction. This is your birth. And I kind of feel like that's even taking a risk in a way, you know? So I feel like if you're afraid that whatever's going on is going to wind up like not going in the right direction, or it's going to get out of control, I just think that a lot of this is saying that whatever's going to happen is going to be maybe a little bit strange, you know? There might be some type of weird energy going on, and I just think it's like almost like it's going to actually help put you into a better situation, even though it looks not quite how you anticipated it. Now we have, if you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. And I feel like this is another card saying that you just need to kind of come outside the box. Anything, I'm not saying the way you've been doing things, because I feel like what is weighing you down also could be this Eight of Swords, this feeling a little restricted. Now, this restriction could also be in, I don't want to say policies and procedures, because obviously sometimes you have to follow certain rules. But I just feel like there's something that really needs to kind of come out of left field a little bit. And I just really feel like you gotta just really go with the flow of this. Now, for your affirmation, you have, today I'm curious. Today I will open my mind and explore new possibilities and opportunities. And I really feel like this is another card saying that you just gotta kind of come out of left field, you know, try something maybe very differently with this. Okay, so the spirit of the dish that will be with you during this situation, you have the spirit of the islander, which is the spirit of the canned meat or the spam. And for the dinner and a movie recommended for you now, you have comedy films and barbecue food. And the energies that you either not you need to tap into or be aware of, you have 2 Sagittariuses here, guys. Sagittarius is all about expansion and good fortune, but they are also a very freedom-loving sign. And I feel like if somebody's going to do something crazy, it's going to be a Sagittarius. So I feel like they're not like restricted. So I think that you might need to really kind of come with this, I don't want to say free energy, you know, you don't have to go all crazy, but you need to kind of come at something maybe a little bit differently, a little bit more free, or mentally be a little bit more free at this time regarding the situation, or open to different type of ways, even things that may not make a lot of sense. That's what I keep getting. I just feel like somehow something doesn't quite make sense, but it's going to work. That's all I'm getting here. Now, you also have what you need to release. You have the South Node here, so that's all about things that need to be released. And you have the Moon, and I really feel like this is also kind of going with the energy right now with this, because the Moon, things are kind of hidden. Things are not super, super clear. So you're going off of intuition. You're kind of going off of your feelings and everything. So I just feel like you might really not know exactly how you're maneuvering this, but somehow you might get a little bit of light here and there to know that you're on the right path, and your gut might be saying, you're like, yes, this is the way. So I just think you need to really tap into that intuition right now and just really trust that. You have number 2, which is an even number, so that means the special guest that'll be answering your questions today, Virgos, will be Mr. Predicto. Think of those questions. He'll be out here shortly. Okay, and we have the open heart here. So you got the heart. And this is saying that you just need to have an open heart. I think you need to kind of be open to whatever's going on with this, you know, kind of roll with the punches, go with the flow, one step at a time, but just go kind of with that open mind, open heart towards this. And you have joy. And I think in this process, you want to find the joy because we have this Page of Cups here, and this guy is really following his dream. He's dreaming big. So there might be something that this is associated with, some kind of dream or desire that you have. And you just want to keep that in mind, because like you just want to remind yourself, like, I don't know. I just think that some of you are actually going to find joy within this, because especially we had the 4 of Cups here reversed, and I think that's like you actually finding something that you like, you know? But after it's you're going to feel almost, I don't want to say depleted, but you're going to feel worn out, but it's really worn out, like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do this any longer type of worn out. But I think it's actually almost like you're finding a lot of satisfaction within this. Okay, now here he is. Think of those questions, and it's time to ask. Oh, Mr. Predicto, the most accurate prediction device to ever run off of batteries. What is the answer to Virgo's question?
Everything points to no.
Okay, just in case you couldn't hear him, he said everything points to no. Mr. Predicto is a man of many words, and those were the words he chose to speak here today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.